and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Olga Biaverdi.
And I'm Montel Williams.
Today, we're going behind the mystery.
Yes, today we're going to meet one of the first patients diagnosed with an extremely rare disease.
And Christina Nicholson, she's at the mall, and she'll be helping us ladies with our problems.
That's your problem.
Bra.
The Balancing Act starts right now. Today, behind the mystery, a rare primary immunodeficiency.
We're going to learn more from Dr. Nicholas Hartog, but first let's meet Tyler, who at 13 years old was one of the first patients to be diagnosed with this disease.
Let's go behind the mystery of APDS.
Growing up, I didn't really think I'd make it very far. Didn't plan for a lot of things in my future, like going to college, because I didn't think I'd have a future to plan for. When I was young, I didn't really have a day where I wasn't sick, and I always thought that was normal because I didn't have any other perception of what else there was. Sometimes I'd be hospitalized a month at a time. Often it was pneumonia getting so bad I could barely breathe properly. I had a massive amount of sinus infections. I ended up having so many ear infections, I had to have 20 sets of ear tubes put in. There were a lot of things I was worried about when it came to the disease growing up, and it wasn't just about getting sick. My liver and spleen both swelled up so big that they both went past my rib cage. I couldn't even reach down to grab something without feeling like a sharp jab. I had lymph node growths on the side of my neck and face. Even in their normal state, they would sit there the size of golf balls, but in times of high stress or pain, they would spike in swelling to almost the size of oranges as they would block my airways. Every night, I would have to take 11 pills, and every morning I would have to take 9. And it was a constant reminder that I wasn't able to live a normal life.
APDS is a genetic immunologic condition that can have a severe impact on patients' lives and does have the potential to be life-threatening in many patients. It was first described in 2013, and before then, we did not know what it was or that it existed. In the condition, there's a protein, and when that protein gets overactivated, it causes a lack of regulation in the immune system, causing an immune deficiency and also some immune dysregulation or autoimmune disease. Patients with APDS can present really at any age. Their symptoms can start very early on in life, under the age of 1. Most commonly, that's going to be sinus infections, ear infections, lung infections that are out of proportion to normal. Often patients with APDS do suffer and struggle with a diagnostic delay. With that diagnostic delay, we can have treatment that doesn't happen, we can have end organ damage that happen, and other manifestations that build up that may have been able to be treated or prevented had we had the most accurate diagnosis a little sooner.
The issues over the years changed a lot. I ended up having joint pains. I ended up having issues breathing, both from my asthma and growths on my lungs. When I was 10, I realized I had spent a year total of my life in hospital rooms at that point. Having to go through test after test, surgery after surgery, different biopsies, different scopes, trying to understand these causes. The way doctors ended up trying to manage what was happening to me was mainly focused on the individual symptoms, and not knowing all the answers and how to treat the disease meant I was suffering through the treatment a lot of the time. So it felt like a lose-lose situation no matter what I did.
Patients with APDS present with a wide variety of illnesses and wide variety of manifestations. And even within a family with the same genetic makeup and same genetic defect, they can look a lot different and present in many different ways. We have an immune deficiency side of things where you have a susceptibility to certain infections, sinus infections, ear infections, certain viral infections called herpes virus infections, and pneumonias. In addition to the infection, the more autoimmune side of things can include enlarged lymph nodes, enlarged liver and spleen. It can include lymphoma, some inflammatory GI conditions like inflammatory bowel disease, chronic diarrhea. Outside of infections and outside of autoimmunity, patients can also present with developmental delay, and that can be part of the whole entire picture. With APDS being discovered just 10 years ago, we have our list of manifestations and ways that patients have presented that we look for. But there are still new things being discovered and still new manifestations that we're noticing and that are being described in the literature each and every year.
As a kid, I was really limited on what kind of things I could do socially and in my school life because I was constantly afraid of getting sick. And the one school field trip I actually got to go on, I got horribly sick and had to leave early. My family was a huge part of getting me through everything, honestly, in that anything I was going through, they were through it with me, and they gave me that support to find answers. A pivotal moment happened when I was 13. Our main doctor ended up referring us to NIH's Undiagnosed Disease Program, and that's when they started doing genetic testing to try to find answers. The genetic testing showed the genetic variant that caused APDS, and I was diagnosed with it. They then searched genetic records trying to find other cases. 10 other people were diagnosed, including my sister.
When we return, how Tyler's sister dealt with the shock of her own APDS diagnosis.
We'll be right back.
APDS can be diagnosed and suggested based on a person's own presentation, family history, laboratory testing, and then eventually by genetic testing. At times, we can do a single gene test or do something called whole exome sequencing where we look at all the genes in your body. One thing we need to do is to make sure that the genetic panel that's tested includes the genes that cause APDS. If you had genetic testing done prior to 2017, many commercial labs did not include those genes in their analysis, and it may have been missed simply because they didn't test for it at that time.
I thought I was the only one with APDS because it showed up on no tests. No doctor had any prior information regarding it. My relief at finally finding out what was the cause of everything was overshadowed by this dread of understanding that there will be more people going through what I've been through. And it had secondary shocks in finding out my sister had it as well.
So I was always considered to be the healthy child compared to my brother. When I ended up getting diagnosed shortly after him, it brought a lot of anxiety of not knowing what was going to happen next. I didn't show a lot of immune system issues early on, so it was never in anybody's mind that I had the same thing as Tyler. As a child, I experienced a lot of the pain. I was more or less on the side of muscle issues, joint issues, sinuses, or my throat, where I ended up choking on things even when I was just trying to eat something simple. Along with that, I had my adenoids taken out 3 separate times. Having all of the symptoms come into play, realizing that there was an actual answer behind it, was pretty difficult. I fought every step of the way to be able to get to where I am today.
Seeing Tyler go through so many challenges with his health when he was younger was very frustrating because it would always be multiple things going on at once. When we found out that Caitlin also had APDS, it was a surprise. She had always been my healthier one, but compared to other kids, she was still sicker than what they would have been. Being a caregiver to children with APDS can be very tiresome. You need to reach out and let people in and let people help. My husband is my support, whether I'm crying or I'm happy. He's the first one I go to. The advice I'd give to parents going through everything with APDS is you are their advocate. You know your children. You know that if the doctor's saying something that's wrong, that's by the book, your kid may not follow that book. Keep looking, keep fighting, and just advocate for them.
once we make the diagnosis and we move to treatment, the treatment's really going to be based on the individual person's presentation. This can include immunoglobulin replacement therapy, mTOR inhibitors, immune suppressive agents, antibiotics, or antivirals to treat and prevent infections. In 2023, the FDA did approve treatment for adult and pediatric APDS patients 12 years of age and older, and really can be a lot of other treatments too, just based on the individual person. I would recommend seeking out physicians and centers who do have experience and are experts in treating APDS. That way you are allowing yourself to get cutting-edge treatment, and you're allowing yourself to make sure all of the very difficult disease manifestations are optimized to the best of our ability.
As my symptoms were more managed and I started to finally feel better, it gave me greater hope for the future I now had. I started enjoying a lot of things I couldn't before. I went from a couch potato to walking 5Ks, and there was just this joy in the access to it, like just being able to go on a walk without having an asthma attack for that first time. Being able to pursue whatever I wanted in the ways I wanted. I ended up going to college. I was there for everything. I ended up pushing forward and getting a career in game design. I've been able to reach a lot of my goals I've had, and there's a joy in being able to just try to figure things out now, just like any other 20-year-old, in actually having a future to be uncertain about.
If you or someone you know believes they have APDS, visit allaboutapds.com.
And of course, you can always visit our website, thebouncingAct.com. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome back, ladies. So here's a story that we all need to hear. Today, Christina Nicholson is on location addressing this issue right here. You know what I mean. Our boobs. Yes, I said it, our boobies. Christina, what do you have for us?
You know that shopping for a bra can feel like you're Goldilocks. This one's too big, this one's too small. It's so hard to find one that is perfect. Well, luckily, I am in Thirdlove today at Town Center, Boca Raton, and I am with the co-founder of Thirdlove, Rael Cohen. Thank you so much for joining us. And I think I speak for every woman watching when I say, we need your help.
We've got you. We are here to help solve all of your problems. Let's do it.
I love that. And studies show that most women are not wearing the right size bra. So thankfully, your company is changing that.
Yeah, you've heard the stat. 80% of women are wearing the wrong bra size. And I'm here to tell you it's not you, it's the bra. We can fix this. We have tons of sizes, styles, and colors for anything that you need.
And most people can relate to ill-fitting bras. You're either too tight here, straps falling down. What are some of the issues people should look for?
I always say your bra is trying to tell you something. You just need to listen. So when you get home at the end of the day, take note of where you're feeling the bra. Is the wire poking you? Is the band slipping or giving you any kind of chafing? Do you see red marks on your body? All of those are signs that it's time to get a new bra.
Tell me about the different sizes and shapes that some women may have but not realize they have that size or shape.
There's no two breast shapes that are identical. So whether you're bell-shaped, east-west, where your breasts are pointed out, or teardrop shape, you need to consider the shape and the size when finding the right fit. I would say the majority of women who I have personally fit have asymmetric breasts.
And I saw you working with the models earlier. You are like a magician. You look at them and you say, oh, she needs this, this, and this. Like, it's amazing how you can look at somebody and see what is wrong with their current bra fit.
So definitely some side coming out here and a lot at the top. This wire too feels really tight. The band is still really snug. So I would definitely love to get you a little bit more coverage here on the side. This just feels too narrow. This looks awesome. This is our newest organic cloud cotton bra. I mean, look at this wire. It's going around your breast, so I know that you're getting the support that you need. Every woman's body is unique, so finding not only the right size, but the right style for your specific body type is really important.
So tell me about the sizes you have.
We have over 60 sizes, 60. So you can always find one that will fit you. And we even have half cups. We invented it because myself and my co-founder are half cups. And we knew we couldn't be the only in-betweeners out there.
Rael, with your fashion background, you know that style is just as important as personalization. So let's talk about some best sellers, what people are loving here, and what we should all have in our lingerie drawer.
Well, everyone needs a wireless bra in their lingerie drawer, even if they prefer to have wired. And this is our best-selling Form 360 Fit Wireless. I mean, just look at the support and coverage here. It's such a great bra. Smoothing cups, beautiful strap. Look at this nice wide side to provide the coverage that you need. It has this beautiful ballet back and adjustable strap. And my favorite part here, the tagless printed label. So you'll never have itchy tags. She's really not missing out on any of the support, even though this is a wireless design. So does it pass the t-shirt test? Yes.
Yes.
Look at how great this t-shirt looks. She's getting a little bit of lift and cleavage, which I love from a wireless bra. And let's turn to the side. I mean, just look at that support and silhouette. And here's our best-selling t-shirt bra. Come on in here, Heather. Look at this memory foam cup. It's so beautiful and smooth. It fits close to her body. She's getting great coverage. The pleated strap, I just love this detail.
And they actually serve a function too. They don't just look cool, right?
I know, it's not just a pretty face. They really are functional. It stretches and returns, so you'll never have those slipping straps that so many women complain of. So let's just look at the side of the bra. We have our double layer microfiber fabric. It's soft against the skin. No elastic ever touches your skin. The super flexible wire, especially for Heather's size, is so important. But look at that support. Lifted, invisible, all the things you want to see in a great everyday bra. Perfection.
Now, something else that I love as a co-founder, you are doing a lot to pay it forward.
Absolutely. Amazing fitting undergarments should be available for all women. So we have donated over $50 million worth of product to date. And we've even been able to help with different natural disasters that have happened, like the most recent one in Maui.
I love that. And tell me where the name came from, Thirdlove.
As women, we usually have to choose between two bad choices, being really sexy and uncomfortable or looking kind of frumpy and comfortable. We thought that you deserve to have a third option, one where you can feel beautiful and supported and just have a really great fitting bra without having to compromise.
I love the third option. That one is my favorite. And Rael, where can people find out more?
You can head to thirdlove.com and do our virtual fitting room. It only takes a couple of minutes. You can shop all of our colors and styles or chat with the fit stylist. And don't forget to follow us at thirdlove.com, where we run special offers and deals.
I love the virtual fitting room, but remember, you can also come into one of their many locations like I did today. For more information, check them out at thirdlove.com. And remember, you can always visit our website at thebalancingact.com.
So thanks so much for joining us today.
Remember to head to our Facebook page, like us on Instagram, and follow us on Twitter. Visit thebalancingact.com to enter our latest sweepstake or giveaway.
Because you might just win something.
Absolutely.
Stay safe. Love your family viewers. We'll see you next time.
Take care.